So a brand new comic book, a #1 that just came out from Image, is Bully Wars. It's written by SKOTTIE YOUNG, and the art is by AARON CONLEY, colors by Jean-Francis Bellew. I know that this person worked with SKOTTIE YOUNG on the Rocket Raccoon series that was with Jake Parker. So this is another time where SKOTTIE YOUNG is taking the writer's seat as opposed to the artist's seat. And the premise of this book is kind of in the story, in the title. It's in a land called Rottenville. And
that's where I grew up.
Yeah. I think a lot of people can relate. And the kids are going from middle school to high school, and they're going to this new high school where there are a lot of bullies. There are so many bullies that there are tiers of bullies, and there's a bully war that, who will win is the best bully kind of thing. And there's this nerdy kid who is got, all his books, and he's ready for everything. He's got a couple of friends, and they're just talking about, the school and all that stuff. And they've got this one guy who's always been bullying them, and he shows up and he's all like, I'm totally ready to bully everybody in the school, and comes to find out, rude awakening, he is the lowest on the totem pole as far as the bullies are concerned, and he is going to need some help in order to to be where he wants to be. He's finding himself being bullied, and it definitely there was an article in one of the Image Plus issues that were coming out with previews, which is an article series that tells you about like different things that are coming out, a little bit more information on it. And SKOTTIE YOUNG had talked about it, saying that there's definitely going to be commentary about bullying in it, but there's a little bit more character depth to it, that it's both sides of the coin, people who are bullied and the bullies. So it's going to explore that a little bit more. Somewhat in a neutral fashion, but also maybe take some like low blows when they can. I don't know, something along those lines. So it's kind of an interesting premise. The art it reminds me of like a Garbage Pail Kid sort of scenario, not completely, but it's got a very strange style to it. And, gum looks extra gummy and stuff like that, So it's an interesting premise. If it sounds interesting to you and you want to jump in, and I would definitely recommend it. I don't know what else to say about it, actually. I think it's one of those things that it was like, yeah, you're fine. Yeah, and I have it under my belt, and I can tell people about it now, and there you go. It's definitely not something I've read before, so that's something.
I've been really curious because I have been wondering, how do we tell bully stories? Because I've been, backtracking across personal history a lot lately, and realizing that so much of my love of comic books came as a result of being bullied, because I needed to have some type of power in my life, and that male power fantasy was what did that for me. But now, how do you tell those stories successfully? How do you neutralize the damage that bullies have done? How do you recreate the future going forward? Because I do think there are a lot of really progressive things happening in public schools to neutralize that. And it makes me cry because I wish that had been in place. Those stopgap measurements have been in place when I was a child.
Well, I think that this is definitely going to be a title that doesn't go like one way or the other.
Oh yeah.
Because there are characters in this who have been bullied and might step up and help bullies, and the bullies might help the people who they've been bullying. It might be something along those lines. There's going to be character growth. People are going to grow and learn and maybe bond. I don't know. Friendships might happen. This is all speculation.
Okay.
All speculation.
Would you keep reading that book?
Yeah, to see where it goes, because I did read, when I read the article, it was enough to be like, I want to see where you go with this, because it seems like it's very easy to go one way with it. So if they do something interesting with it, I would be interested.
Okay,
cool. All right, Bully Wars. Thank you, Nicole.